Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm going to be showing you how to carry on Lux in the mid lane here in Season 13. Lux mid is in a pretty good spot. Just make sure you ban Aurelion Soul. For your best runes possible, take First Strike, free boots with Biscuits, Cosmic, Mana Flow Gathering with double AP and a resistance. Certainly Arcane Comment is viable, however First Strike is better. As long as you're the first one to hit somebody once it's up like it is right now, as you can see, just like how my Mana Flow is. As long as you're the first one to initiate the combat for the next 3 seconds, you will have increased damage against them and increased gold. Very spicy. You'll get gold for the amount of damage that you deal. So it's a very, very good rune for someone like Lux who has long range. I'd like to get her with my E here. Couldn't quite get it. Or did I actually hit her there? It says I hit somebody. It didn't hit her. I got my Mana Flow and my First Strike. I got 5 gold off of it. Very cool. See if I can get another Mana Flow here. And press her back. This isn't necessarily a great matchup for Lux, but as long as you survive on Lux, that's fine. You shouldn't expect to really get kills in lane unless your jungler's ganking for you. You don't necessarily want to even push early on Lux. This Anivia's playing relatively safe. She's hard to get to with E since her range is so gosh darn long. Get her with the auto attack and the E. Auto E can set it up nicely because auto attack pressures them to do something. If you don't auto attack first, they can move in any direction, forward, backward, side to side. It can make landing the E a lot more tricky. Got it. You can spam your E in midair to make it go off instantly. You're essentially buffering it. Got her with an auto attack and a Q, auto E, auto. Very nice. Notice how we waited to reactivate our E, because your E constantly slows them as long as they're inside of it. And then once you make it go off, or once it naturally ends, it'll slow them for an additional 1 second, and that's when it does the damage. So she took absolute heaps of damage there. Your Q can hit 2 targets, so you can slide it through a minion and still do full damage. Like with what you saw. I'll go ahead and pop a potion here. Higher HP you are, the less likely you are to get ganked or to die to a gank. Trying to stand close to the minions to make last hitting easy. Don't really want to miss a minion here, so I'll pop my E. Got her. Oof. Get my W down. I'm doing a little bit of a mana dump here. I kind of need to push though anyways. Can float an auto in midair. Make sure we get that minion. Auto attack into a Q. We don't quite get it there, but that's alright. I got a reset here. She's trying to freeze the wave. This is way too many minions though. This was a very, very poor plan for her to try to freeze that many. I'll go ahead and stay now. I can't believe she actually did that. She lost all of her health. It's incredible. We get nice and close. Oof, missed it. Feels bad. Don't know where the enemy jungler is. I do have barrier and Anivia is really far away from me, so would like to get her egg if possible here. She goes in for the auto, throw out my E, get the Q. And, ooh, almost got her egg. She's so low, it's hilarious. If her jungler comes to gank, I can hit her with a single ability and then she can't really follow up. She doesn't have TP either. She went for a Electrocute Ignite, which is really good for getting kills in lane, but against the range champs, I don't think you'd really want that on an Anivia. Float my auto in midair. We only end up missing 1 minion there. You generally don't use a biscuit unless you're below half health or half mana or both, because it heals your health and mana more the more you're missing. So you don't want to really use it when you're full health, full mana. First item back, we'll get as much of Ludens as we can afford, which is quite a bit. We've gotten off a lot of mana flow. Once you have it completely finished, it gives you a constant trickle of mana. But for right now, it's giving us an extra 100. It'll get up to an extra 250, and then it gives you the constant 1% of your missing mana back per 5. So she ended up staying. We're tied CS. We've been farming a bit better than she's been farming. She'll be up in XP most likely since she crashed her wave. I missed out on a few minions. Unless I can counter push this. Which I can. I have the mana to do so. She'll likely lose some XP here. Some last hits. She loses a little bit. We get her with the E. She steps up to last hit. Whenever they're standing still or going into last hit is when it's easy to punch them. Her Q's on cooldown, so I go in for the auto attack. If their main source of damage outranges your autos and it's not on cooldown, then you generally don't go in for the raw auto unless you have some kind of huge advantage like HP or items. Oof, that was nasty. It's an ugly miss. Now she's basically just gonna be able to push the wave with her R alone. Gonna auto these down. I didn't want to waste mana on it. They were the perfect HP for me to kind of just get naturally. She's nice and low. I have a lot of HP and I have a potion to biscuit, so I'm not in a huge hurry. I'll go ahead and just drop Q. Q is less mana than your E, so 50 mana to get both of those is a good deal. He auto Q resets, drops W, electrocutes full proct. We get the E down on his head. I get the kill. Very nice. That's first strike gold right there. I didn't get the extra damage. It takes like a quarter second after your first hit to get the extra damage. I think we get a bit of gold there. We'll drop the E. Float an auto in midair. Floating is really good since you can reactivate your E at any point. Use the Q to get those. I want her to do some damage to me so I can justify using my biscuit. Her R's on cooldown, so she can't really even do what she's trying to do. I can push the wave pretty hard here with my R. Yeah, she's trying to push as fast as she can. Counter out with the max range E. She's being relatively defensive, all things considered. Yeah, die, you little rat. Got my W down. Completely whiffed there on my part. I am chilling on double biscuits though. Also chugging a potion, so. Got her with an E. I'm gonna flash Q auto. I do have R here. We want to get her inside of an E. Yeah, I'm actually in trouble. Get my W down. And yeah, I can't quite finish it, but Leona gets the kill. Wasn't expecting E to come in. We ran out of mana for R since E cost 100. We were like 20 short. Got a little messy. Kaw's gonna die here most likely. Yeah, it sucks. You just got 2 kills off that. Feels bad. Pick up Blasting Wand. Get our Lost Chapter. We'll have infinite mana now. Pick up a Dark Soul as well. And a Control Word. You don't want to buy too many Control Words on Lux because you can't always like defend them. If enemy jungler and mid are pressuring you, you'll just lose them. But at a weird amount of gold, I'll have to wait at least one long back before I can get Ludens anyways. Currently CS advantage. We have some gold off of First Strike as well. Nice. She doesn't have her egg at least. That's good. I'll let it crash. Auto Q. The auto doesn't kill, then the Q will. You're generally gonna lay your wards more neutral and then your control word defensive. Just like so. We know he's top side. Kha'Zix is pretty far behind. Caught her out with that. I'll get her and her wave with my R. Might seem kind of weird to use my R that kind of offensively, but she's dead. She had nowhere to go. She had to pass my E. The E placement was sloppy. You want your E to be on them when you first cast it so you have the option to reactivate instantly. So that was my bad there. I did see Kha'Zix was coming though, which is why I kept pressing forward onto her. We can get most of the wave inside of our E. We'll float that in midair. Oof, we're going to miss a few of these. Not sure where Yi's at, so I'm going to go ahead and back off. I'll head over to where the Riven's at. Kha'Zix actually did that. Yikes. A little disappointing. Yi goes in for the minions. I'm going to have to position really well this game for us to win. Like Yi Riven go and I hit him with a QER. Whew. Alright. So basically you have 3 procs of your illumination. Every time you hit an enemy with an ability, it applies illumination. And then your next auto or R will consume that and do the damage. So your Q, your E, and your R, that's 3 stacks. And your R can consume. So generally you need to get in at least 1 auto before your R goes off. If you want to make sure you get all 3 versus just 2 consumptions of illumination. which is why autoing on Lux is very important. Missed that minion. It is what it is. She's going to keep pushing in waves with her R, essentially. Got it. Auto, Q, auto. I'll take that. Anivia's roaming bot side. Hopefully my bot lane backs up. She was on like 2 wards there, so they should easily be able to get out of the way in time. We can get most of the wave inside of the E. You can generally get 4 out of 6 even when they're lined up skinny. We'll float in the auto right as it goes off. Very nice. Or I should say activate our E right as our auto is about to land. She loses a plate. Not the best roam in the world for her. She's going to lose this plate as well, I believe. Oh, she actually... Okay, I got it. That's cool. I thought E was going to keep coming mid. He kind of just stopped there. Got those. Got to back off. She's pushing the wave anyway, so it'll come to me. Float our auto in. Get that push. Let the cannon attack her. Cannon does a lot of damage. I have so much mana. With Lost Chapter, maxed out mana flow and D-ring, we can spam abilities all the time and not really run out. She's going to step forward to try to R the wave. There it is. Caught it. I'll pound her with R. Do a big chunk of her health. My R is a really short cooldown, so if I can chunk half her health with one decent R. Now, you would never just raw R unless it's going to kill them if you don't already have them hit with an ability, because your E slows and your Q's a snare. So if you land either one, it sets up your R quite nicely. Your E starts going on cooldown from when you first cast it. Get the front line low here. Should be able to kill them all with this next E, pretty much. Nice. She lose a plate here? I don't know. Probably not. Well, alright. Not. Ooh, this is bad. I'm gonna have to flash. I do get ER, which is really good. Getting that on cooldown. Having to use flash kind of sucks. Good thing I have Cosmic Insight to put my sums on a lower cooldown. We get an E down. Proccing on the Yeet. Q the Anivia. Drop the R. Need to kill this from behind. Drop the E auto. Very nice. We got what we wanted. I have a lot of CS. I have even more than the Anivia. Very, very good. Her Ignite's going to be pretty useless in teamfights compared to me having Barrier. Plus, Barrier's a lower cooldown. I'll go ahead and reset. We can pick up Ludens. I'll go for Sorks as well because they're squishy. I'll go for Amp Tome. If they're not squishy, then you can go for Lucids instead of Sorks, and then end up getting Void Staff 3rd, 4th, or 5th item for the flat base penetration. She went for Rod of Aegis. I have the Ludens. I have the additional utility from the speed up. Meanwhile, she's just going to be Giga Tanky from the Rod of Aegis. Get him with the shield. Miss my Q. That's not pretty, but at least she loses flash. Drop our E towards hitting both the front line and the back line. Nice. We're able to get it. E's bot side right now. Got her with my E. That's good, good, good. Should be able to take this. Oh, there's no control word here. Someone just pinged a normal word. Go ahead and push her back. She lines herself up, and that turret crack, it lands for free. It literally lands for free, unironically. You never, ever, if enemies do that, you hit them for free. There's no way for them to dodge it. When people put themselves between turrets or by walls, landing skill shots is easy because they have nowhere to juke to. You just center it on them and it lands. They have to try to outrun it at that point, and Lux Q has a pretty solid travel time. You keep laying down E's, letting them simmer. Nice. Not bad. Got the whole wave pushed very quickly since we're setting up E's on it. I'm getting ready to get... I'm hovering my cursor right now to use my E if Anivia looped back. She loses turret here. That's really bad for her. Now she has no turret. We can push wave real quick. Go ahead, use ER. Make sure the E goes off before the R does. Cue that down. We miss cannon. Feels bad. Because the R consumes the illumination. So 1 ER. It's pretty efficient for dumping. I could take blue here. I guess Kazik needs, though. He's pretty far behind. He gets the experience from it. They're losing a lot right now in terms of golden XP crashing on their mid lane turret. I'll push for the Shadow Flame here for double flat magic penetration. Most squishy champions don't build magic resist for their first few items, so having Sork Shoe flat penetration plus Shadow Flame flat penetration is really, really nice. Synergizes well with what Lux is trying to do with her burst. Lux doesn't have any percent base damage in her kit, so against big tanks, you don't do that much damage to them. You're more for killing squishies or bruisers. If you need to kill tanks, like, you have to get a Void Staff at some point in your build. Alright, we'll just hit her with the R. There goes half her health. She's healing back really quick. Oh my god. All of a sudden she just started spam healing from something. She keeps trying to like angle aggressively to find a hit on me since she took Electrocute. It's just not really panning out for her. I can push the wave really quick too. Just 2 abilities. Even on a cannon wave just about and a few autos. Since our E gives vision, we can kind of leave it out. Run away. Oh wow, where are the minions? Did she wall her own minions there? No, she didn't even wall her own minions. I don't know where they went because I threw my E too soon. There goes the whole wave. 2 autos and an E. I can't really see anything. Okay, we got a ward down. I have to back off. Get down an E right there. So I'll help this guy take this. I landed a lot there. I'm landing pretty much everything there. Holy moly. People don't expect you to have an E right after you use it, but if you let it sit there, the cooldown's ticking down on it. So you're not really missing out by letting it simmer. You're getting maximum value from the slow. You only reactivate your E if they're about to step out of it. It's just like a Scion Q. You leave it there for as long as possible. Nice, she didn't have egg. Very solid. Very, very solid indeed. I don't have that much kill participation, but I do have decent CS. 170, 18-minute mark, no TP. You're dead. Goodbye. That's first strike, baby. She did the big mistake. She lined up near the wall. There's nowhere for our Q to miss. If we center, even if she stays flat, it hits. Because everyone's hitbox is a circle. So even if they're here, you throw it centered like this, it still hits. Because your Q is going to scrape that. It makes it really easy to land when people move like that. They don't even realize it. Just how easy it makes it. If they stay centered, though, they can move in any direction, any angle. It makes it really hard to land. There it is. Eat on that, Ziri. My R wouldn't be able to kill her. Plus, it wasn't really ready. QER, you're dead. Goodbye, Annie, once again. It's freaking hilarious. Imagine if Luxar got on a lower cooldown from kills and assists. That would be freaking awesome. Unfortunately, it doesn't. So we go Shadow Flame now. Mej is a little bit greedy. It is justified, though, if they're playing kind of the way the enemies are. I would like to do a part 2 if this game goes short, and I can show you guys the melee matchup. Playing against melees is so much more fun. You get to pressure them more with your autos. When you go to pressure them with auto, they go to retaliate. You hit them with Q at close range. Q, auto, E, auto, essentially R, auto, in a faster way. Very spicy. It's range champs. It can be hard to get off that initial auto attack to get into range like that. I'm not sure where they're at. It's making me a little nervous. I'll lay that towards the back of the bush so they have to overcommit for it. I could R for this, but it won't do anything. Leona just needs to run. I'll push this wave since they went bot side. Might as well. Give us some more vision on the map. This is going to be their first dragon. I could go to steal it, or I could not Because if I go to steal it and he flashes the wall, I could definitely die. Having to get that close to it. So I'd rather just get this instead. As boring as that may be. Chasing Lux isn't easy. She's far away. She can set down an E, make you walk through it. It's 45% slow at the moment. It's really high. Add the way forward, so she kind of has to go and catch it, get the XP. Gathering Storm's at 24. Very nice. This Anivia didn't take Sorcery secondary. Ooh, look at that. So I'm actually going to outscale her in terms of damage output with a Rabadon. Rabadon Lux with Gathering Storm feels so good. The mana flow is worth it, honestly, over Absolute Focus. The early, mid, and late game mana flow is ridiculous. So much freaking mana back. Total mana restored already 850, not including its base mana, which helps out a lot with the D-Ring. Plus, just having a larger pool to pull from. Leave this out there. I kind of hate having share CS with the Jinx, but what am I gonna do? I can easily solo clear this wave. They don't have invisible champs. If they have invisible champs like Twitch, Shaco, you have to back up a little bit, play closer to turret for its vision. Since they don't, then I can just kind of step forward. Not have to worry too much about it. Riven, what are you doing, my dude? She did a good job there, kind of buying her time. I'm gonna flash it. It's kind of messy. I wasn't expecting her to do that much damage, to be honest. But yeah, she was doing some nutty damage there. And just drop the E. Give me all that juicy gold. It's time for me to reset. So something I need to do there was get a little bit closer to her. I already applied my slow, so I should have walked her down a little bit before my Q. She had so much space and she has the dashes. There's no rush to throw Q, even though she was slowed, because dashes in League aren't really affected by slows. The dash still goes off just as fast and clears just as much distance. So, for example, every Riven dash is essentially unaffected by slows. Yeah, Ziri is... Alright, nice. She actually almost got away there. What in the world? Dang, dude. Everyone's feasting on my waves. They're messing up the minions, too. Making it hard for me to get to them. I got first strike off of somebody with my R. I got 67 gold from it. You don't use your W that much in lane on Lux. If they're getting real aggressive with you, you use it, but... I mean... wasting mana to step forward to W to hit him with a single auto is so pointless. Your W is more for team fights and or if you're getting dove than anything else. Or if their electrocutes up and they go in for a big electrocute trade, then W can make a lot of sense. Essentially, if you're not getting max value out of W, you don't bother using it in lane phase because of the mana cost. She's dead. I'm not going to R for that. Set down my E right there. Got the Ziri with it. My R might actually kill her. It'd be close with my passive on it. Trying to predict where they're going to move at max range is kind of hard. I almost get the Ziri, but she dashes. Yeah, the main thing this Anivia kind of messed up on, I think, was her Keystone. I think it was really pointless going for Electrocute into a Lux, because she never gets to use it. I'm never going to get that close to her. So I basically have over 2 free kills of gold, 780. Each kill's worth about 300 off first strike. Meanwhile, she has an Electrocute that's done 540 damage versus mine. That's done 1,000 damage. Get the shield down, pop her with the E, defensive Q. Kha'Zix kind of missed everything there. Get down to W. Mastery is about to eat everybody's lunch. I'm out of there later. Got it. Oh, I thought he was going to run right there for the scuttle. Yeah, I just got to back off here. I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere, dragging up in 15. They're going to go Baron. We got to keep positioning if we're going to carry this game. Currently have the me and Master are tied for the least deads in the game. I push Rabadon, or would I just go for this? Oh, I guess I push Raba here. Or I just... We'll try Mesh for now. It's a little greedy, but I think I can stay alive. Even if we have to give up this dragon, if I can get the Mesh stacked. We could have sold the D-Ring and gotten Rabadon, I think. But I'm going to go all for nothing here. I'm going to be super bummed if I die, though. The Baron buff's making those minions ridiculously tanky. They actually gave up Dragon for Baron. I think that's a huge mistake since we're so close to Soul. That's such a big mistake in my opinion. They didn't even really need Baron that badly. Like, granted, they haven't been able to take mid-turret yet because I cleared the waves, but still. Oh, they actually not giving up Baron. Huh. So yeah, they didn't really give up anything. In reality. They almost even got kills out of it, which is kind of funny. Oh, yeah, don't hit that plant and kill me, Kha'Zix. I think I just hit the Riven there, nice. Got the Anivia with an ER. R barely misses, feels bad. E-slow wasn't enough when people have tier 2 boots. Makes it much harder if they move properly for the R to just raw. Give me these minions, dude. Zarya, what are you doing, my guy? She's being real greedy. Down she goes. Thank you very much, Zarya. That was super goofball of you. Give me that mesh. Now my mesh is paying for itself. I don't think Ka's going to give this to me, or is he? Okay, cool. Yeah, I kind of need the blue. I don't think Ka really needs it. He's never going to run out of mana in a fight. He's going to die instantly. Meanwhile, just the CDR alone on it kind of makes it worth for me to have instead of him. This is annoying. This is a stupid amount of minions here. Leona's way, way out of position. She's not even moving. Q hits the E, down he goes. Lux Q has the pressure. My shield's on cooldown here. Shield the Darius, auto E auto, missed the E. Feels bad. Darius is going ham and cheese. Stay on the Anivia, please. Nice. My measure's getting stacked up. As long as I keep a teammate in front of me, they can't really get to me. Nice. Alright, we can get Raba here. Game's over. Even if they have mastery, as long as I position properly. If I throw out a Q, I can force out him to Q because he'll lose half his health. And if he doesn't... No, if I throw out my E, he has to use his Q. And if he doesn't, he loses half his health. And basically, no matter how he plays it, I'm going to hit him with one of my abilities if I space them out. So as long as he's not going for me, or if I'm positioned properly, I can keep him off my team. He needed a support that could pill for him properly, like a Soraka Janna or a Yuumi. My team banned Yuumi. And he can't pill that well. Although she has a shield speed up, it's not the same. My R cooldown's on 30 seconds. That's gnarly. Auto Q. 26 mana per second. That's nasty, dude. 630 AP. Really strong. R's doing 1200, Q 600, E 700, and W combined is around 600 if I land both sides of it. Defensive blue ward, where I can kind of control it if they go to auto it. We're up really far here. As long as Jinx is in front, though. She's 3 items. She's really, really strong right now. I think I have to go defend my bot lane. How silly is that? I can peg it with R real quick. Yeah, Darius is about to be there. It's fine. I would have done it if Riven was there, just to slow it down a bit. But Darius is there. Might as well not waste my R. Now Jinx is taking all my CS. 30-minute mark, huge power spike. That's 48 AP from Gathering Storm. What is that, like a 50 gold value? Get down the W, drop the R for that. I'm on full cooldowns now. Got the gold from Tibbs. Dragon's up in 1 minute. These guys are getting pushed out hard. We'll go ahead and leave that there for vision. Block them from stepping up. Leon is up way, way too deep here. I'll go ahead and just leave that there. Oh, it's so funny, man. I only have 20 ability haste. A lot of magic penetration, though, from Ludens, Shadow, and Sorks. What am I at? 39 magic penetration, my goodness. They're going to be stepping up here in a moment. Oh, where's Leona going, dude? I assume that's warded. Leona just needs to keep vision. Oh no, dude. QEW. I don't really know what's going on here. I don't have any abilities to do much. Yeah, that's not great. Got her with the ER. Down she goes. That was really ugly, though. People just... I think Ka went a little too hard there, honestly. I don't know. That's kind of rough. Ooh, that's a lot of damage, though. I flashed pretty much perfectly there. To get away from the Master Yi, we land that. Yeah, that's nasty. You have to wait till the Yi Q finishes, otherwise he'll teleport with you. So he basically gets to auto you once to twice for free once he comes out of Q before you have time to flash. Otherwise you risk flashing too early and he just comes with. The Anivia wall kind of messed him up there. It's kind of funny. This is our third dragon. Really important they don't get every dragon. These ones give tenacity, so it's going to reduce my slow and my Q duration as well. So really supportive Lux game. I'm not getting to play even mid line. I'm playing like ultra back line for the most part. It's just how it is. You can only play as aggressive as you can get away with, because ultimately dying is a really bad option on a champion whose every single ability is AoE. Your shield, your E, your W, your Q. It's time to reset. Sitting on full build here. Probably Zanya's. I mean, Zanya's would be sick. Void Staff would be sick. Lichbane honestly wouldn't be bad either. But I think Zanya's is probably best now, because I can get down a full ability dump, come out, and basically dump EQW again. Zanya's, within the last 12 months, they gave it a buff to make it more expensive, but 80 AP, I mean, that's a really high 15 ability haste as well. So now our E almost doesn't have a cooldown, because it can sit there for 5 seconds and it's only on a 5.9 second cooldown at the moment. Yes, Annie's being a pest. She's just trolling in that bush. Yeah, she's still in the bush. Hey, Anivia. Boom. Got her with the Q. That Q damage is freaking huge, dude. 800 and then 1,000 on the E. We are full build. Holy crap. 900 AP. Gonna get down that defensively. Get the Riven. Pop this. That's a big movement speed bonus as well. And as long as I'm not the first one up on my team, how do they go in? We can just drop W's. Look at that shield, man. It's over an 800 shield if I land both sides of it. It's hard for them to step up because Anivia's dead. He's one of the main engage tools for his team, which is a bad thing. You never want to be the main engage on your team as Mr. Tinkles. Makes it hard to ever go in. Oh, you're dead. Goodbye, Annie. I'm the longer range mage. She can never really get to us. She's lined up on the wall. I still have my Zanyas as well here. And that is GG. Some classical Lux action. Let's look at damage dealt, damage taken, and runes. Looking at damage dealt taking champions, we had the most in the game by a lot. If you look at our damage dealt, it was more than any two players in the game combined. especially if you remove Jinx, it was more than their Anivia, Master Yi, and Riven combined, which is really, really cool. So I'm happy with that. Good positioning. Damage taken, we didn't take much. That's to be expected on Lux. Self-mitigated. I think that counts shield. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just armor and magic resist. Ally shielding, we had most in the game at 5,237. Surprised it wasn't a little bit higher than that. And for runes, really, really solid value. All in all, first strike Lux mid, super strong right now. Just make sure you ban Aurelion Soul. Constantly stay alive, constantly be farming. Don't be afraid to trade if they're forcing the issue. Remember, it's easier to land your skill shots the closer you are to them. It's easier to land if they're close to a wall or a structure. And you generally lead in first with E because it's easier to land than your Q. Your E is less of a skill shot than Q is since it's such a big radius. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is King Sticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.